G'day and welcome. In this video, we're going to have a little bit of a look at how we are going to set up and use an offset plane. So you can see here that I've started sketching up my CS bracket. I've got this kind of cylinder rectangular shape. And my mission is I want to sketch up this rectangle at the bottom and I want to extrude it along here to join up at the bottom of my cylinder. Now I could go here and sketch on this plane and extrude it out, but I'm going to do something a little bit tricky. I'm going to do something a little bit different. And I'm going to set up a offset plane. So what do I mean by an offset plane? Well, essentially we're having a little bit of a look at a surface and we're going to set up a plane that sits away from our shape. So we talked earlier in the content about how these planes are essentially like a piece of paper. Okay, they're our drawing surface. So I can set up a drawing surface away from my object or inside of my object, and I can actually draw on that. And it's something that we're going to use a lot, and it is going to become particularly important when we go to do our threads, and we'll have a look at that in the next video. Rightio, so first things first, let's have a little bit of a think about which plane do I want to use to create this offset. So for me, I reckon this one's going to be the easiest. I'm going to click onto this. Then at the top here, in my options, I have plane. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. This gives us a couple of options. Number one, I can see that the arrow is pointing away, which means it's going to shoot that offset plane kind of out towards the left there, which is good. And the next thing I want to do is have a look at translation. So this is simply how far away from this face is my offset plane going to be. So how far does that have to be? Good question. If I review my drawing over here, I can see that I am 25 plus 25 plus 38. That is 88 mil away from this surface here. Okay, it's actually the exact size of this block. So back to translation, I'm going to put in my 88 millimeters and enter. And look at this. Got now an offset plane. So I'm happy with that. That looks good. If this was running the wrong way, I can actually, instead of saying I want it to go 88 millimeters, and that is the direction I want, if it's going the wrong way, I can actually add a little minus to that. So that will actually send it out the other way. Okay, so I don't want to do that. I'm going to go back to my edit feature, and this can go back to where it's meant to be. Fantastic. Righto, now look at this. We've got a nice sketching surface over here. We can now treat this as its own sketching surface. So we're going to go click onto this. We're going to go sketch, and I can now start sketching this shape here. So the rectangle we agreed on. Wheel myself around. I want to be in line with the bottom corner, and we can start to bring up my shape there. Okay, D is for dimension on the keyboard. My width across the bottom is 50 mil. So now put that in, enter, and my height is 40 mil. Oops. D is for dimension. And I'm going to put in that 40 mil there. That looks to me about right. So I'm going to go up to the top. I'm going to OK that drawing. And look at this. We've now got this sketch on my offset plane. Let's extrude it. Okay, we'll send that the other way. And we're going to bring that along the 88 mil again. And check this out. Now got ourselves our little block there. Awesome. Righto. So that's how we use offset planes. It's a good way to sketch if you want to sketch away from an object. Also, if we want to sketch inside of an object, and we'll have a little bit of a look at that in the next video.